Somebody got murdered on New Year's Eve. Somebody said dignity was the first to leave. I went into the city, went into the town, went into the land of the midnight sun, searching high, searching low, searching everywhere I know, asking the cops where I go. Have you seen dignity? Blind man breaking out of a trance, puts both his hands in the pockets of chance, hoping to find one circumstance, dignity. I went to the wedding of Mary Lou. She said, I don't want nobody to see me talking to you. She said, God could get killed if she told me what she knew about dignity. I went down to the vulture's feed. I would have gone deeper, but there wasn't any need. Heard the tongues of angels, the tongues of men. Wasn't any difference to me. Chilly wind, sharp as a razor blade. House on fire, debts unpaid. Gonna stand at the window, gonna ask the maid, have you seen dignity? Drinking man listens to a voice he hears in a crowded room full of covered up mirrors, looking into lost, forgotten years for dignity. Met Prince Philip at home with blues. Said he'd give me information if his name wasn't used. He wanted money up front, said he was abused by dignity. Footprints running across the silver sand, steps going down in the tattoo land. I met the sons of darkness, the sons of light, in the border towns of despair. Got no place to fade, got no coat. I'm on the rolling river in a jerkin boat, trying to read a note somebody wrote about dignity. Sick man looking for the doctor's cure, looking at his hands for the lines that were, and into every masterpiece of literature for dignity. Englishman stranded in a black heart wind, combing his hair back, his future looks thin, bites the bullet and he looks within for dignity. Someone showed me a picture and I just laughed. Dignity never been photographed. I went into the red, I went into the black, into the valley of dry bone dreams. So many roads, so much at stake, so many dead ends. I'm at the edge of the lake, and sometimes I wonder what it's going to take. Time to find dignity.
Basketball. This past weekend we had our first round of districts at U City High School. The host team played against U City High School, and down to the last minute, we were tied. 10 seconds left. Get the ball. John Ford hits the biggest shot of his lifetime. And we're moving on to the district semifinal on Wednesday at 5 o'clock at U City again. We played MICDS. That's our fourth meeting with them this year. Fourth meeting. That usually never happens. So let's get a lot of fans out to that one. We had a ton of fans out at U City last time, so a lot of support would be really helpful. Thank you.
Hockey.
Oh, yeah!
Big weekend. So for the first time in over a decade, we're going to be in the Wickenheiser Finals. It's going to be on Friday at 17 at 6 o'clock. So I expect the entire school to show up and fill that big rink.
Lafayette will bring an army, and we need to bring an army as well. Everyone should be here. It is the last hockey game of the year. Be there, get right. Everyone and their parents, crew. All right, show out the support. Let's go.
Spirit Club's having a meeting on Wednesday at room 300, so please be there so we can organize something.
Yes, sir.
At the last build meeting, I talked about submitting work, and I said it was going to be like March 29th. It's actually going to be next Tuesday. It doesn't have to be finished for you to submit it, and you can submit anything, and I'll read it as the next week.
Let's go, you.
Hello everyone. I have some big news to the Astronomy Club. Well, as you know, collaborations with different schools are a rarity here. So I would like to announce that
the Priory Astronomy Club is going to have a joint stargazing meeting with the Nerix Hall Astronomy Club. So, I don't know exactly when we were thinking this weekend, but the weather's not looking that good. But stay tuned for details. I'm going to be sending out some emails, and I'm not sure for a meeting tomorrow, to be honest, so just show up and maybe we'll be there to talk about it. Thank you.
So teachers, us students always love extensions, so the record's giving you one as well. Articles are now due on Sunday night by 7 p.m. That is March 6th. And then the teacher's issue will come out on the 10th of March. Thank you.
This one goes out to all you junior schoolers in the crowd. This Wednesday and Thursday are auditions for our spring show, Treasure Island. It happens during your sports period, so show up. You get to blow a bunch of stuff up. It's really fun.
Hey guys, we have quite a few big announcements. First of all, with all the hockey stuff going on, there are the WIC hoodies, which some of you have on, but some of you still haven't picked yours up. So if you guys actually want your hockey hoodie by the time the final rolls around, stop by over here after the assembly to get yours. So thank you.
Speaking of the WIC, the boys moved on to the finals, and we will be sending out an email later today about a fan bus to get to the game. So please fill that out if you want to do that. We do not know what the cost of the fan bus will be quite yet, but we're hoping. I don't know, but we will hopefully be including the price of the ticket in that cost. So sign up for the fan bus if you want. During the senior retreat, we voted on the field day theme. We have decided on one. I know you guys all want this one. Dr. Doofenshmirtz versus Perry the Platypus. Please count that.
And to round out the assembly, we have a couple special announcements. I'll now hand it over to Mr. Parker for our college signing for
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to invite the Ford family and the Zadazaban family to come up to the table, please. As they're coming up to join us, first of all, happy spring sports, first day of spring sports day as well. Make sure you report to your proper sports and all that good stuff. Looking forward to a good season there. So, good morning and welcome to today's letter of intent signing ceremony. We want to also welcome all of those who couldn't join us today, who may be watching the live stream. It's a rare and special accomplishment for high school athletes to continue at the varsity level in college, and we believe this is certainly something that we should celebrate. Before we recognize Jihad and David, I would like to provide some stats and a little bit of context. When I first took over as the AD here, one of my first tasks was to gather records of athletes who left Priory and went on to play at the collegiate level. I am proud to say that since 2013, Jihad and David are now the 38th and 39th such student athletes who have earned this distinction.
For a school our size, this is quite an accomplishment, as our student athletes have gone on to represent nearly every sport we offer at every level, from NAIA all the way up to Division I. Another quick plug for high school athletics has to do with the correlation to success in life. According to a 2015 survey, 95% of the Fortune 500 CEOs played college athletics. And as you know, all of those college athletes had to have played high school athletics. Many of those CEOs also played multiple sports, just like David and just like Jihad. Today's ceremony is not just a recognition, but hopefully it serves as inspiration to our younger guys that hard work and support from family, coaches, and a school like ours, and a little bit of luck, can go a long way towards a ton of success. Our first athlete we want to recognize today, who signed his letter of intent to play lacrosse, is David Sadazavan. David is accompanied by his parents, Shaker and Christina. Coach Orr describes David as objectively one of the hardest working and most committed players he's ever coached during his 12 years of coaching. He is also one of the most talented. David's transformation from an unsure junior school goalie to one of the best, if not the best, goalie in the state has been nothing short of extraordinary. David was undeterred by a sophomore year loss to COVID, and as a junior, he proved himself to be one of the top goalies in the league, earning first-team all-conference honors in the Metro League and pushing our team to its best ever finish in the Division I state tournament. After a torn labrum during his senior football season, David committed himself to becoming ambidextrous, teaching himself to write left-handed and continuing to work on his game, even when he couldn't raise his right arm above his head. Maybe more important than his individual journey is the way he interacts with his teammates, the type of leader he is on and off the field. David is always also supportive of his teammates. When the defense collapses around him, David corrects without being demeaning. David is the type of kid that is such a student of the game, and it's like having an extra coach on the field. After most practices, Davis has roped in one of his teammates to giving him some extra shots, and then he'll pick up the field before he leaves. For these reasons and many other unnamed reasons, David has become Priory's first Division I lacrosse commit, taking his career to Hampton University in the fall. Congratulations, David. We are certainly proud of you. Our next athlete we want to recognize today is who's going to be signing his letter of intent to play football is Jihad Ford. Jihad is accompanied by his parents, Curtis and Constance. Jihad has been a multi-sport athlete for Priory, excelling in track, basketball, and football. As soon as he stepped on the Priory campus his freshman year, he was making an impact on the court and on the field. Jihad has decided to play football collegiately after a great career for the Ravens. Coach Parrott shared some of his football records, which includes being a leader in receptions for a single season at 80, and in yards in a single game this season at 216. He is second in yards receiving for a single season with 1,211, and his 1,606 yards receiving for his career puts him second all-time in school history as well. Defensively, he also garnered 7 interceptions this season, a couple I think he took back to the house. Good for second all-time. Jihad has been recognized as an all-conference, all-metro, and all-state player for his performances. Obviously, Jihad is a huge leader on our basketball team, and last year when I asked him to come out for track, he took that leadership position very seriously, being an all-state state qualifier, I should say, in the long jump. But what's more impressive about Jihad than the awards and the records is his leadership and his examples he sets on the field each day in practice. He went about his business going to work every day, helping his teammates get better, making himself better. These efforts paid off while competing in all his sports and his career prior, and the great teams that he's been a part of. We are proud to announce that Jihad will be taking his talents to Southwest Baptist University in the fall. Congratulations. We're so proud of these guys. At this time, we're going to have opportunity for a photo op. Let's get this paperwork signed. If you guys want to hang out and congratulate Jihad and David, you certainly may. And I think that is it for the assembly. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.